Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rahima. If you're new here, I'm happy to have you here. And if you've been here before, I am even happier that you're here. Today, I really want to talk about the art of starting before you're even ready. And I really want to share my experience with that because I have started my journey of creating content before I was even ready. And many of the skills that I needed to create content, I have learned it as I was creating. I didn't take time out of, me putting myself out there by just saying, hey, like I'll just take some time and like learn how to edit. How am I going to edit if I'm not making content, and actually putting myself out there? And I never said to myself, create content, learn how to edit, and don't put it out there. Just learn. Just take the time to learn. I didn't give myself, that out or that opportunity. And I'm really happy I didn't. Because as you guys know, there's this other aspect of putting yourself out there. You need to be comfortable with people that you don't know, having opinions on what you created, and like making things up about you and like who you are, but they don't really know you. But in order for your community to find you, you have to put yourself out there. You have to push past that fear, right? Like, there's never a time where you're ready to do the hard things, the things that you want to do, but you're just scared of doing them. I don't think there's ever a perfect time to do those things. You just have to learn as you go, push past the fear, and be okay with being a student. Like, you're not supposed to master things that you don't know the first time you try them. But I promise you, the second time you try them, you'll do a little bit better. And all the other times too, you'll just get better at it. So I would like to take you guys back in the year 2024. I think it was about the summer where I started actually creating content and like putting myself out there and getting comfortable, being seen, sharing my thoughts, opinions, my life, my experiences. Because that was the scary part for me, not being seen, like just like being seen, but it was what I was talking about. Am I making sense? Is anybody going to resonate? All those thoughts, those self doubt thoughts kept on, creeping in, but I started doing them. I didn't really think about a niche either. I was just trying things out and seeing, where that takes me, because taking the time to like think about a specific niche was not my thing. I just wanted to, explore me being the niche. And that was okay for me. So I did that. And after a few attempts, it was clear to me that I needed to stop. Not because I needed to stop, creating content altogether and like never go back to it, but something in me was, searching for my purpose, what I needed to do in my life, like what I needed to explore, like what I needed to heal. And the most important thing was my relationship with God. I took that summer, to think, and I was still putting content like here and there out on TikTok and Instagram story, but not as much. And then October 2024 happened for me, where it was clear to me that I needed to really take some time, to work on my relationship with God, the most important one. By me questioning myself and like, what is my purpose on this earth? It took me to my purpose as a Muslim, which is very clear, to worship God. And from there, I was able to, you know, find the confidence to restart this content journey and to really make a promise to myself that regardless of the challenges, I was never going to stop. Regardless of how uncomfortable I was in front of the camera, I wasn't going to stop. And eventually, it got me to the scarier place, for me at the time, which was creating a YouTube channel. Because here you are talking way more than 2 minutes, and you really have to be here and take the time to think about your videos and the subject of your videos. And somebody is actually taking the time of their day and their life watching more than a few minutes of your video. And that is very important, and it's a bit intimidating at first when you're just starting out. So I took the new year 2025, January 1st, and I was like, girl, you're doing this. And I remember posting my first video January 1st, 2025, and it went viral because I was talking about my experience with working on my relationship with God and my faith, and how I decided as an adult to really get to know my religion on my own. And, that really connected with a lot of my Muslim brothers and sisters, and even like people that were not from the same faith. We can all resonate when it comes to, working on a relationship with God. So it was pretty amazing, but it was also, overwhelming, the comments. It was amazing though, because it was like very encouraging. And I really, knew that this was right for me. I just felt it. And I was like, keep it going, keep it going. So I would take the time throughout my day to, think about things to create content about. And it was pretty easy because it was mostly about my life and also about the things that I learned, by listening to podcasts, by talking to my friends, by just experiencing life and my own experiences. And till this day, I'm not running out of things to talk about. And I really appreciate that I went with, me being the niche, and specifically, like, I am documenting me showing up for myself and fulfilling my potential every day. And that is something that resonates with a lot of people. And, I'm just really happy that that's the case. So it's really important that you listen to that voice inside of you telling you to start and to create that content, to create, to write that book, to go and speak to your boss about that promotion, to, just go for things, start that business. It's very important that you do that before you're ready. It's very important for your journey that you do the things that scare you, and you do the things that you say you're gonna do, even when you're not sure, like, the steps. You just go for it. And I promise you, like, things get more clear as you take the first step, the second step, and they just appear. Like, what you need to do just appears. And it's not going to be easy. I want to be really clear about that, but it's definitely going to be worth it. And that is something I wouldn't change anything for the world. Like, the challenges, the the times where you feel lost, the times where you're not sure what you're doing is working, and you're not really getting the views, you're not really getting the recognition, all those things. I take a step back and I don't really focus on the views. Yes, I look at it just to see what's working. Who wouldn't? When you're a content creator, like, it's important to see what's working and what's not. But I don't focus on that. I just focus on delivering value. So, if anything, I want you to take this away from this video, is that it's important that you start before you're ready, because ready is an illusion. You're never gonna get ready. You're never gonna be as ready as you think you need to be. Wherever you are at, you're ready. I'm telling you, wherever you are at, you're ready. If you have the desire and it's in your heart, God placed it in your heart, there's no way you don't have all the things that you need to start. That's another thing. It's very important. For a long time, I was like, oh my God, but I don't have the right phone. I don't have the right camera. I don't have the right. And then it's like, no, you do. You have everything that you need. I have more than enough. And you do too. So it's very important that you just go for it, because the steps are going to get clearer and clearer. Clarity comes with action. So take that action and you'll see things are gonna get clear. And you got this. Don't ever stop when things get challenging, because what's waiting for you on the other side, the version of you that has accomplished that, is it's so worth it to get there because your present self is going to get you there. So put some respect on your present self and go for it before you're even ready, because ready is what? An illusion. So go for it, just like I did. And I hope you get everything that you want out of life. And I hope you're never scared of taking the first step on whatever new thing that you want to do. And I hope you don't give up on yourself when things get challenging, because it's worth it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. Please like, subscribe, and please comment anything about, you know, this subject or anything else. I would like to get some feedback and to know what you guys want me to create content about, and just create a little community. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you next video.